everyone, how are you doing? I hope you're doing well. Kind of a different video. I talked about a book that I had read, and I have it right here. Basically, it goes over like bad therapy, why the kids aren't growing up. Basically, how therapy and its techniques are just like overall for future generations and youth, like it's just not going to be helpful, and it can cause more problems than help, and like just like all these things. But I did want to also shed a light on good therapy in a video. And now that I'm getting older and I've been doing therapy, therapeutic techniques, reading books, I thought I would share like good types of therapy that work for me. I'm not a therapist. I need therapy. Oh my gosh. Like, I do not, like, I'm just talking about my own experience, but, you know, I think it can offer some wisdom and guidance. So we'll get into it. First thing, go for a walk. Like, literally, I don't know what it is, but literally just taking like a walk in your neighborhood, or like, um, I probably would not suggest a treadmill because, like, I feel like it's nice to be like out, getting sun, feeling nature, looking at nature, all these things. It can really clear your mind, and it gets your body moving. So, like, especially if you're in your thoughts, like, being able to like physically feel like your body like doing something, stimulating like movement, it's gonna like kind of break you out of that thought like cycle, at least just like constantly focusing on your thoughts. But at the same time, like, walking, and specifically like if you're not listening to music, you're able to kind of organize your thoughts, really think things out, feel things. Like, I think it's really important um to like assess them, assess emotions, feel emotions. And I feel like walking's like a really great way to do that. And it doesn't have to be anything too crazy. It's literally just like go walk around the block. Like, you don't have to go on like a 30-minute, 1 hour walk. Like, you're going to feel like you're dying after that. But like, just a short, brief walk. And if you feel overstimulated, no headphones. I think that helps so much, bitch. Oh my gosh. Next thing, journal. I think organizing your thoughts onto paper can really drive you to like what you're really thinking about, what you're really upset about, what you really should be doing, what you could be doing. Because maybe you're like literally spiraling, like, oh my God, I need to do this, I need to do this, I need to do that. And then like you actually write things out and you're like, oh, I don't really need to do that much. Or like maybe you're like, oh my God, they think this, they think that, they think the third, and you write it out, and then you're like, wait, like, I really shouldn't give a fuck. Like, I think, like, really to get to the source of why you're feeling the way you're feeling, journaling is exceptionally profound in getting to the understanding where you need to be. I know I mentioned this is kind of like a new thing. I have like one of my like most recent videos on it. But I believe faith is so incredibly important because I don't know, at least I have like kind of like a mental problem where I really obsess over my fears, and whenever it gets really bad, it can be debilitating. And I think whenever I rediscovered my faith with Christ, I was able to dissolve a lot of those fears because you know, I have faith now. You know what I mean? And if you're not religious, I would say just be hopeful for the future. Trust that things are going to work out. But if you are religious, also have faith. And, I'm not saying like, oh, you need to come to Christ, you need to do all these things. But like, if you are experiencing a lot of fear, if you are experiencing just like a lot of turmoil and don't know where to turn, just turn to God. I think it's really like a lot of people's misconceptions comes from followers, like people who are like trying to like talk about God's word, where instead of preaching a lot of love and acceptance in a relationship with God, they're preaching a lot of hate. And like that deters people away. But like just take it from me, like I just really love like whenever I rediscovered it for myself, when I started reading the Bible for myself, when I started praying to God myself, when I started talking to God myself, that's where faith comes from. It doesn't come from like people like being in the church, being like Christians can be so judgmental. Like it like that's what initially like really turned me away from Christ. Whereas whenever I was reading it myself, I was praying for myself, I was talking with God myself, that's what brought me to him. So yeah, faith over fear. Faith over fear, for sure. And honestly, fear, I think the best way to deal with fear, this is another thing with therapy. Exposure therapy. Expose yourself to it. Literally do whatever the fuck you're fearful of. What would be a good example? Oh, I was really fearful for a long time of like going out, talking to people I don't know. All these things. Literally, just go talk to someone. Go up to someone. Talk to them like you've known them forever. Just be yourself. If they don't like you, next person. Like literally like if you've already like had friends in your life, if you've ever had like a close relationship, like period, like you're gonna find friends. Like it's gonna be okay. But I think it's like that stepping stone of like uncomfortability, like you don't know this person, but like just do it. Just do it. And then eventually over time, like those fears dissolve and they're not gonna be as crazy, or like you're in your head like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Like but like literally like it can feel like that sometimes when you're very fearful, and it makes you feel so small rather than abundance. So yeah, I'd say exposure therapy in faith is like the best thing for fear, for sure. I'm actually currently really struggling with this, but I think just like eating healthy and maintaining like um some sort of like physical activity, it just feels nice. I definitely think whenever I go to the gym, get a good workout in, use my muscles, or even just if you're stretching, if you do just like a yoga exercise or something, you're gonna feel good. You're gonna feel good. You don't have to do all this weight or like whatever, but like if you're even just like pushing and like using your body, like you're gonna feel great. And same with like food. Um, I've been eating a lot of fruit recently, and it's just like your body, like when you eat things that have sustenance, like it just feels good. Like it feels great. And I think um my main thing with the diet right now is just like whole foods. Like the way I think of like healthy is like, okay, I'm gonna eat like an apple instead of like what's like a fucking, I don't know if there's probably a better example. I didn't even give an example, but like okay, maybe instead of eating like uh fuck, let me think. Like instead of eating like chips and like snacks, processed foods, chocolate, anything coming from like a bag, like I think just like eating like just like apples, like cheese, like if you like that string cheese, or like a fucking milk, like I don't know, like I feel, oh, here's a good example. Instead of eating like cereal, maybe like oatmeal would be a better option. Like things that are more natural, and it's just like a whole food. Like I'd rather eat like an apple than like um what's like an unhealthy version of an apple though? Probably like something like sweet. I think, oh my gosh, instead of eating like a bunch of sweets, like eat like a fruit and then eat your sweets. Like, I don't know, like eat the healthy thing and then eat your other stuff, like if you're still hungry. But like, just eating good, eating for nutrition instead of just eating to eat. I think that's really what it comes down to. And whatever makes you fucking feel good. Because like I remember in my heyday, um my heyday, everything's a heyday. But whenever I was younger, I really wanted to be vegan because not only was I super perfectionist, but I also wanted to like save the animals and like it sounded like probably like the healthiest diet I've heard. But then you see people on YouTube, I think the most popular vegan back then was like Freely. And what I eat in a day is like one of the most crazy things I've ever seen. Like literally what are we eating? I think it comes to like a balance. Like just eat good food, eat cooked food, cook some food. It doesn't have to be anything crazy. Maybe like if you don't know how to cook well, like make hamburger helper. Like I don't know. There's like easy dishes you can do that you don't know how to cook. And eat fruit and veggies, and eventually you just start preferring them over the things you used to eat. Like I'd rather eat an apple over it always comes back to the apple. Like I'd probably rather reach for like an apple instead of like a baby carrots. But I know baby carrots are really popular and a lot of people like them. I just don't really like reach for them as much. But an apple I'd reach for. I'd say another thing would just be like talk to someone. Like talk to someone you know, talk to someone you trust, talk to someone you love and that you know loves you. Um but also like understand that you are also like a different person. Like you're going to look at a situation and think completely different of it. So like if you tell someone and they think you're fucking crazy and you really don't think you're crazy, believe in yourself. Like honestly, like stand firm, stand strong, but also at the same time get other perspectives, get all these other things because it's important to not just stay in like an echo chamber even if it's just yourself. And if you don't have anyone to talk to, again, just you can literally either talk to yourself, journal, or talk to God. And I think, again, like I don't want to like push God on anyone. So like if you like if that doesn't like align with your life, like you can just like talk to yourself or like journal. But I think it's important to like think things out, get things out there and have community. I think community is so important. Um but at least for me, like I just know God's like super important for me. I think when it comes to trauma, also finding community in that is good. I love that like in this online age, like there's so many problems with like us being online and so chronically online, but I think Reddit is like a great place. Like if you're struggling with something and you don't have anyone in your life that can relate, I think going to Reddit can really help you find people who struggle with what you do. And through talking with people who struggle the way that you do, you're able to find solutions to help you as well. And obviously, like I know I talked about that book that said like therapy's bad and like not necessarily therapy's bad, but like let's talk about maybe bad things about therapy rather than just saying it's like this cure all. But I think if you're really struggling and you can't organize yourself and like figure out what the fuck's wrong and like everything feels bad, all these things, um, I think going to a therapist would also really help. I think a good way to know if it's good therapy though is like if you feel like you're going and it feels stagnant, like you're really not going anywhere with it, you're kind of just reliving anything without any sense of direction from there. I feel like, in my opinion, that's the sign of like a bad therapist. But I believe if they're actively giving you strategies, if they're giving you homework to work on, if they're giving you ways to deal with situations, and giving you advice to maybe even like specialists for what you're possibly going through, I think that's a really good sign of a really good therapist. Um, and not just like specialists, but like they specialize it for you, give you strategies so that you can be independent and you don't have to do it forever. Because like, like we all have problems, but like we want to learn how to deal with things on our own eventually. You know what I mean? But a lot of these things, like, they're hard to deal with on your own. So, like, even, if you feel like you're in there for a while, like, things just take time sometimes. They do. So, like, it doesn't necessarily mean they're a bad therapist. It just means, like, there's a lot of therapy to do. But I think as long as there's progress and, like, um, you see it and you, like, it's not keeping you in a cycle of rumination and things are getting worse. Like, I think that's good therapy. I think that's really good therapy. I think another really good thing is like do things like we all have to-do lists like crazy, but do things to just progress further. Like if you know you need to like go to the store today, like go to the store today. Or like if you know you have like a billion things to do, just like prioritize and just get them done. Like just go hardcore and like if you're used to clocking in for a job, just act like you're clocking in and just get all your shit done and go for it. You know what I mean? So like um I don't know, I think running errands, getting shit done around the house, getting projects you want to get done, um cleaning, doing chores, like I think those are really good at making you feel like you're competent, you're capable, and you're able to get shit done that you need to get done. And I think none of us like doing that. I think I'm coming to the realization like none of us like doing those things, but like um you got to get it done. And whenever you're able to do it and do it a lot, it's able to build confidence in yourself to where you're like I can do more. I can do bigger, better things. You know what I mean? I also forgot about this, but I remember a really big thing that I used to really struggle with is consistency. But after I have been able to be consistent with something, my biggest thing that I was consistent with was the gym, and I did it for like a full year, like the same days every week, and I did it for a full year, and I was so fucking proud of myself too, because like I was never able to be consistent like that ever with like anything, and like I did it for a whole year, and whenever you just like build that one fucking thing, you're able to do it with other things as well. And the cool thing about consistency, I haven't honestly been consistent in a while. Like I kind of did that, and like now I'm kind of like scrambly a little bit. But we're all scrambling all this. But with consistency, like certain parts of your day, you're gonna be doing something. Oh well, I am consistent. I have a sleep routine right now where I go to bed at 10:45 and wake up at 6:45. And I've been able to hold that for a while. Sure, I'm a little off right now. I'll get back on. But it's able to organize yourself in a way that feels much more normal and peaceful rather than everything just happening whenever and it feels like chaos. So that's the beauty of consistency, I think. And it'll implement like normalcy and peace in, all our worlds. I don't know about y'all. It feels constantly chaotic a lot of times. And I think consistency is able to be the peace in the chaos. I think getting ready and having self care and feeling good about yourself, talking good about yourself, having positive thoughts, can be very beneficial as well. I think, like when I talk about self care, like get ready every day, um, so like brush your teeth, floss, and brush your hair, and I want to go shopping for more outfits because all my things are just like so old and like I feel like I need to experiment more with my style, but like like wearing a good outfit that day, like getting dressed, being intentional, showering, like just like things to just keep up with that. You're gonna feel good and you're not gonna worry about your appearance as much. You're gonna just be like, oh, like slay, like if that makes sense. And then also with the like good thoughts and like supportive thoughts, just think more hopeful about things. Don't think that like just because people have been so bad to you or like you made horrible mistakes or like the world's awful, like that number one, you're not gonna find people in your life who are gonna treat you like literal gold. Number two, you're not gonna be able to like do better and be good and like do all these amazing things, which you can absolutely be capable of. And three, that you can also not be good for the world. Like you can obviously be very good for the world, but see how like I named like three just like horrible things and then like switched it completely to where like, you know, instead of saying the world's horrible, like maybe we can change the world. Maybe we can try at least in our own little world to make it a better place. Um or like instead of saying like, oh, like everyone, there's so many people in my life who's just done me so bad, or like there's so many people in my life that I've done bad, that like, oh, like, um, maybe this new person I meet, they're not gonna do me horribly. Maybe, uh, meeting new people, I can avoid from making mistakes I've done before. Like, just be more hopeful with our language, and I feel like it can really change your perspective entirely because there's literally people who are like so fucking rich. There's people who are so fucking like on paper they should be happy and they're miserable. And I think a lot of it's literally just mindset. They focus on things that like aren't super important. They're not grateful and it leads them to feeling like so unfulfilled. And I think thinking positively, thinking happily, being grateful even in the midst of fucking hell, um we can show gratitude for things and be happy that we're alive and like we're here, and um be helpful that maybe I don't know exactly what I want, but like I believe that I'll get the life that I want. You know what I mean? Like just never like give up that hope. I think that's one of the biggest things that's kept me going for quite a while, bitch, through like a pretty rough period. But like really, I mean really, um just believing that things can get better and actively doing things that like maybe it's like indirectly making things better, but like you're fucking trying, and if like maybe if it doesn't work you'll try something else, you know what I mean? I also think good therapy is like trying new things, um or like maybe things that you dream about, fantasize about, like try doing those things um in capacities that you're capable of. I remember like with this YouTube channel, even like I literally was just like, how the fuck am I gonna do that? Like it just seems so much work. I'm gonna have to edit and do all these things. But what it really comes down to is like You don't have to start with the goal that you necessarily have in mind. Just start filming to begin with. Like, you could literally film, like, videos like me where you're just, like, talking, and then you don't even have to film that long. Film, like, a 3-minute video talking about, I don't fucking know, like, um, just, like, your thoughts on, like, anything, and then post it, and then, you know what, if you don't like it, eventually you'll just, like, private it or something. You know what I mean? Like, I have so many videos from so long ago that, like, I don't have posted. I haven't posted because, like, you're just getting comfortable on camera. Like, you don't even know how to talk on camera. Like, why should you expect yourself to do all these great things immediately? It's a process. You know what I mean? And especially when you start doing something and you haven't done it and you already kind of know what you eventually want to do with it. Like, you think of, like, the top notch, like, what I want my YouTube channel to look like. And you start it and you're, like, literally doing so awful about it. You're, like, tripping over your words. You're doing horrible. And, like, there's just silence. The sound won't be right. Like, it's all these fucking things, but it's just, like, if you start with, like, just, like, the most basic stuff, like, just film something, don't even edit it and upload it, like, bitch, you're, like, doing the damn thing. Eventually, you'll start doing more and more with it, but, like, just get started, I think, is the biggest thing. And along with that, like, do things that align with, like, you. Be yourself. Like, a lot of people aren't gonna like that, and a lot of people are gonna be very hesitant against that. But whenever you really shine through, people love that. And you're gonna love that. Like, when you're truly authentically yourself, like, you are gonna feel so just, like, free. Because then I feel like I've been doing that for a while to where I really just don't give a fuck anymore. I really don't. And, like, I never thought I would honestly feel that way. I really didn't. I cared so much about what people thought of me. I cared so much about just, like, what people thought what I was doing, but, like, just do what the fuck you want to do and put your focus towards things you want to be doing. Like, and then eventually over time, like, a lot of those worries and fears, they just kind of dissipate and they're not going to be around forever. You know what I mean? A lot of things are just temporary and they end up blowing over. Even if you don't necessarily have the tools or the understanding to, what would you call it, like, dissect them and, like, really go through them, you're gonna be able to move on. But yeah, I think that's all I really had to say. I don't really have much more. um I just figured I'd give my 2 cents, like, what I think is good therapy and, like, what's worked for me. um but I think definitely, like, what would be my main things? I would say think positively. Um, Try to do at least, like, I actually do this. This is, like, a part of my routine, and it makes doing any fucking thing so much easier. I just write down one thing I want to do today, want to get done today, and then I just do it. And I like to make it, like, pretty easy. Like, I don't like to do anything crazy. But if you do one thing every single day, you're gonna get a lot of shit done. You're gonna get a lot of shit done, especially, like, try that for a week and notice how much you got done in a week. Because, like, eventually you run out of things to do because you're getting them done. Like, you know what I mean? And you make it as easy as possible. Like, I'm not stressing about my one thing to get done. Like, you don't want to make it something insane, like, oh, let me fucking organize my closet today. Like, what the fuck? No. Maybe instead of organizing my closet, maybe it's like, oh, I could organize this shelf in my closet. That'll take, like, 10 minutes. Like, just something easy. Um and then if you break your closet down, shelf, bottom, like, maybe a box, and, like, another shelf, and you do it for 7 days, you're gonna have your whole closet done by a week. You know what I mean? Um, yeah, so, like, do something for the day, speak positive about yourself, and don't give up on hope. Don't give up on hope. Well, I guess that would kind of like, okay, here's the three things. Here's the three things. I want you to speak positively about yourself. Hope goes into that. Don't give up on hope. That's speaking positive of him. I want you to try to get at least one thing done today, whatever capacity it may be. And then just take care of yourself in whatever way that can be. Whether it's self-care, going to the gym, all these things. Period. Like, it's perfect. Just try that. You know what I mean? I think consistency would be another thing, but you know, whatever you want to be consistent in, just try it. And then you kind of notice like we're habitual people. Like that's like built for our biology. So like we have habits throughout the day. So like if you're having trouble being consistent, try to find like something really fucking easy you can be consistent with. I've said fucking like 10 fucking times in them. Like even if it's just like brushing your teeth, like you know, that's being consistent. Or even if like but just some nights I don't want to fucking brush my teeth. But you know what I fucking do? You still want to brush them, but like as lazily as possible. Like literally just go grab it and then just like do like 10 seconds all around your teeth. You'll probably do it more than that because you're actually like starting to do it. And then like you don't have to do a whole 2 minutes. Like just do the little bit that you can and then slay. You know what I mean? Because at least you did it. But yeah, those are my types of good therapy. Uh, those are the good. Those are the types of therapy that work for me, and I think other people should try because I've noticed a huge change in my life from those different things. And let me know down in the comments like what y'all think is good therapy, what's worked for y'all, what different techniques, what things you'd like to try. And I'll try them out. We'll see. I don't know. I'm always down for some good therapy. But yeah, that's all I had to say today, and I hope y'all have a wonderful day. Bye.